There are times in history where it is simply easier to get rich. Not easy, not brain dead, not any idiot monkey buffoon can get rich, because that just wouldn't be realistic. That wouldn't last very long. But similar to the 1800s during the gold rush, or in the 1980s when the internet came out, and the dot-com boom, and even a few years ago, the crypto bull run, it just seems like there's a lot of fucking money flowing. And at least for the crypto bull run, I looked around and I was like, damn, how did I not capitalize on this at all? I sat on the sidelines and I felt like a complete idiot because everybody was talking about how much money they made and I didn't make a dime. And right now, you might feel that way with AI. You might hear everybody talking about, oh, AI is gonna make you rich. If you don't learn about AI, you're gonna get left behind and blah, blah, blah. And maybe you started fucking around on ChatGPT. Maybe it writes your college essays. Maybe it did your meal plan or whatever the fuck else. But if you use AI correctly, if you position yourself accordingly right now, you are in an era. This is the golden fucking era. Your parents wish they were alive and your age during this time. Because right now, if you position yourself correctly and you use AI correctly, you are gonna get very fucking rich. So let me show you how I'm using AI. For some quick context on me, if you're new here, my name is Ben Bader and I've been running what's called an info agency for the last couple of years. Basically, I partner with people that sell coaching and courses online. I run all of their marketing and operations. I get a revenue share of the money that I generate for them. And that has made me a lot of money over the past couple of years. And I haven't had this all-knowing, all-powerful robot that you now have in ChatGPT, but it's made me over $2.5 million in the past couple of years. It has gotten me my dream life and my Miami penthouse, my dream car, and pretty much everything I've wanted out of life. So all I did was capitalize on where the money was going, which I saw a few years ago was info products. It seemed like everybody and their mother was selling coaching, so I was like, all right, why don't I just become the right-hand guy to the people who are selling coaching? And now, AI can do pretty much all of the work for you. So I have a very simple agenda for this video, and if you've been around on my channel for a bit, this will probably be the most in-depth video that you've watched to date. So basically, I'm gonna find an info agency client. So this is gonna be somebody with a solid audience who's selling coaching that I think I can go in and help. I'm gonna use AI to find them. I'm gonna use AI to learn about their business and fulfill the services for them. And I'm just gonna pretend like they're my client and use AI to do pretty much everything in 1/10 of the time that it used to take me. So strap in, boys, this is gonna be a good one. All right, so first step, I need to find a potential client. The best types of clients in info are people who have solid organic audiences and they haven't fully capitalized on them. Basically, my job will be to find that type of client and then go in and fix the gaps in their funnel, fix the other things in their business that might not be working, that could be preventing them from making more money, and then they'd pay me in return for fixing those gaps. So a niche that I really like right now for running an info agency is like blue collar businesses. These are like HVAC businesses or lawn care or construction, you know, something that's like tangible, that's kind of a boomer business that anybody can start. Like you could put pressure washing in there as well. Anything like that, because like those are AI proof industries. You know, I don't see robots that are mowing your lawn anytime soon, but maybe that'll actually happen. But regardless, these are kind of simple businesses that anybody can start. And as an info agency or as an AI operator, not a lot of people are thinking about these types of niches. They're thinking e-com, trading, real estate, you know, like more popular, sexier business models. A lot of the money is in the unsexy businesses. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. ChatGPT, can you give me a list of blue collar businesses that anyone could start? So here we go. We got pressure washing, junk removal, mobile car detailing, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, lawn care, landscaping, handyman services, painting, fence installation, deck and staining repair, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. So I'm gonna pick a random one here. Let's do junk removal. So I'm gonna go over to YouTube and type in how to start a junk removal business. And now, if I just scroll through here, here are a bunch of leads and people who are talking about how to start this business that probably aren't getting hit up nearly as much as the traders or the drop shippers or, again, any of the more sexy industries. So why don't I just pick somebody random here? It looks like this person is uploading consistently. This was 2 months ago. It's got solid engagement, 14,000 views. It's 11 minutes long. Let's click on this and see what this funnel looks like. Damn, I'm really on here talking about how rich I am and how rich AI is gonna make me, and I don't even have YouTube Premium. But let's go down here and look at the description. So, looks like they got a bunch of links here. Jobs, you can start with a pickup truck. Where does that take you? That's just a series of his. All right, stop yapping, buddy. Okay, so he's just got a bunch of random links, and then if you skim through here, you finally find their website for coaching. Let's see what this goes to. Oh boy. If you know anything about info products, right away, this is not bueno. So like, bro, I just found a client in literally 2 minutes using AI, and it looks like this person's getting a lot of views on social media. I'm not telling you to go reach out to him because he's probably gonna come back to me and figure out that, oh, this Ben Bader kid made a video about you. So don't do that. But first of all, let's just look through this funnel. This is not a solid funnel whatsoever. He's got an Instagram too. Why don't we go over here and look at his Instagram, see if he has a presence as well. Not much of an Instagram presence, but it looks like his content is absolutely horrible, so that might be an ideal client as well because somebody needs to help him with content. So real quick, let me just tell you how I would pitch this guy. Basically, I would scroll through his YouTube content and get a good understanding of what his business is like, what he talks about in his content, and then I would make a Loom video where I break down his website that we just looked at and show him some things that need to be changed, honestly, that needs to be completely discarded and rebuilt. But basically, I just show him, okay, this is what your typical coaching funnel looks like. This is why it works better than a traditional website. Here's what a video sales letter is. I'd actually script this video for you. I'd build all this stuff out and just kind of logically explain to him why that makes more sense to sell coaching. And in this example, this guy's got under 2,000 followers on Instagram. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to find his email or maybe even his phone number. I could directly just find that and send him a pitch. And then we'd hop on a sales call. I'd kind of break down, okay, this is what's working for my other clients. Here's why this will work for you. This is what's working in my own coaching business, Artisan Lab, which is where I teach people how to do exactly what I'm doing right now. And you can go check out in the link in the description. But anyway, I just have a very simple and casual conversation explaining to him how I could help him in his coaching business and pitch him on a 10 to even 50% rev share. When I first started out, I was always on a 10% rev share with my clients. Now recently, I'm closer to 40 or 50% with pretty much all of them. And I'd close the deal, and here's how I will now have AI do all of the work for me. So again, we already had AI pick the niche. It found me a great client right away, which like, this wasn't planned, by the way. I typed in blue collar businesses, like literally the first guy that I found here looks like an ideal client. So let's pretend that I just closed him. Now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna have AI do most of the work for me. So one of the best things about AI is it's made me so much more efficient. In the past, when I got a new client, I would have to go and sift through a bunch of their videos and learn all about their business and like take notes, take a bunch of time, probably go through their course content. But now, all I have to do is take these videos that he already has on social media. Like, I'm sure you can learn everything you need to know about junk removal and about his story just from his YouTube channel. And AI can literally interpret all of these videos in seconds, which will make it easier for me if I want to build a VSL or write his emails or make a lead magnet. Literally any function that I need to do, all of the information that I need is right here. So the way I'm going to do this is through this AI tool called Poppy. And I'm gonna leave an affiliate link in the description if you want to get a discount. You just use the code Ben. But basically what Poppy does is it's like a visual board for any pieces of content on social media. It can see those pieces of content and transcribe them and connect them, and it'll make more sense once I get in here, but it is a bit expensive. I think it's like $300 for the year. So if you're a complete brokey, what you could do instead is go and transcribe some of these YouTube videos, or I think Gemini AI can watch YouTube videos, so you could use that instead. But to make it easy on me, I'm gonna go in Poppy and make a new board. And then all I have to do is go and grab some of his YouTube videos. So my goal here is I wanna find the ones that are the most educational, because I want Poppy to know everything possible about this guy's story and how to build a junk removal business. Okay, so all I did here is I typed in step by step in the search bar and this video came up. So now what I'm gonna do, get out of here, Charlie Morgan, is find the link for this. I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna go back over to Poppy, I'm gonna paste it in here, and then I'm gonna grab, and I'm gonna put the chat here, connect this to the chat. And I know this might look complicated if you've never seen this before, but this is quite simple. So all I did was copy the link, grab this video, and now watch this. Tell me everything you can about starting a junk removal business. Okay, so it gave me a bunch of information here, and I just realized that I didn't specify that it should be from this video. So I'm just gonna confirm that it got this information from this video. Did you get this info from the YouTube video or elsewhere? Oh wow, it said it got all of the information from the YouTube video, which is insane. This is literally just one video and we now have a full breakdown on the business model. So let's say I want to write a VSL for him. I'd just go back to his YouTube channel and grab a few more videos. Why don't I grab this, how I changed my life with a pickup truck video. I'll just copy that, go back over to Poppy, paste that in there, and then go back to YouTube. My best tips for starting a junk removal business. That sounds like another good one. We'll paste that in here as well. Go in, and why don't we grab one or two more. How to get leads in the winter. That sounds like a good one as well. Copy that, put it in here. And like, if this was legitimately my client, I'd probably grab almost all of his videos and put them in here. So now it would have content on every video this guy has ever made. But for the sake of it, I'll just grab the ones that seem like the most relevant. So I now have 5 videos in here, and I'll connect all of them to this chat here. So basically what the chat is it's ChatGPT or Claude inside of Poppy. It's not like Poppy isn't directly like a ChatGPT or Claude replacement. Basically, it's just an easier way to feed the AI of your choice all of the content and information on social media. So now that I have all 5 of these videos in here, I just want to know that Poppy can understand all of these. So I'm just gonna ask it, tell me everything you can about the junk removal business and this guy's story from these videos. And now look at this, the complete story of Sonoma Strong Hauling, from rock bottom to success. Matthew's background and transformation. Oh, he was an ex-felon. Matthew, don't come after me, buddy. I know I'm making this video and you're probably gonna get a bunch of pitches from this, but I'm doing this to help you make more money, and if you want me to come inside of your business, I'll come inside of your business and I'll help you personally make more money. Anyway, back to the video. So buddy was broke, homeless, fighting a drug addiction, Jesus Christ. Junk removal sounds perfect for this guy. So, okay, clearly it knows everything about Matthew and it knows a lot about how to start a junk removal business. This is awesome, but how do we turn this information into emails, and how does it not sound robotic? How does it not sound like ChatGPT? So I'm gonna show you what I do for all of my internal clients. You can do this without being me and having the information that I have here, but for me this is just very simple because I have hundreds and hundreds of emails that I've written previously. And I've put all of those into ChatGPT because I wanted it to just understand how I write and be able to use my format for my clients. I write almost daily emails personally to my list, which you can go subscribe to in the description. And because of that, I just have a really good framework for writing emails, and it's something that I can duplicate for my clients. So I'll go over to ChatGPT here. And this was something that I built a little bit ago. I said, based on all of my emails, I want to create a full email copywriting guide. This should be something we could pack up into a PDF and sell for $50. This isn't how to write like me, but rather the principles, tactics, and strategies I use to build a relationship with my list and sell without being like every other email marketer, make it a full comprehensive guide to copywriting based on my content. So I took this, which is what it gave me based on hundreds of emails that I've written, and this is just like a very good guide on email copywriting. And so what I could do here is just copy all of this and then go back over to Poppy, and I'll put this in Poppy as a new text block. So basically now it has all of their information and it has all of my principles on how to write emails, which again, if you're not me, you could get this just by going and look up some email copywriting guide on YouTube, put that video into Poppy and have it turn it into a framework, and now you basically have exactly what I have here. But what I'll do is I'll just connect this to the same chat and I'll go back up here and write a more detailed prompt. And so actually before I show you my prompt, what I want to show you is this outline that I give it. So the reason that I can be a bit lazy with my prompt is because of all the information that I'm giving the AI. So if I go back over here to ChatGPT, this is like a very step-by-step framework style guide. Not only does it talk about the style and how to write, but it breaks down the entire structure of the email, and basically it trains the AI how to start off with a hook, go into a story, and then transition to the close, which would be the CTA to join the coaching program. And again, it's just very in-depth. So the reason that the prompt doesn't have to be incredible is because I gave Poppy this doc. So that doc is right there, and I'll show you my prompt here. I want to write an email following the structure in the email copy guide. Let's pretend we're Matthew's email copywriter. We're selling a high-ticket offer over the phone, and our job is to nurture and sell to this list. Using the framework in the email copy guide text and the information in Matthew's YouTube videos, write a story-driven email with a CTA for coaching at the end. Let's see what it does. All right, we're cooking here. The $5,000 truck that saved my life. Hey, first name. I was sitting in my car outside a plumber's house in San Leandro with a pocket full of cash, staring at the ugliest 2002 Toyota Tundra I'd ever seen. Paint was faded, dents everywhere, the thing had seen better days. But I knew it was about to change my life. Here's how this ties in. 7 years ago, I was a high school dropout, ex-felon, sleeping on couches and frying chicken for $15 an hour. Rock bottom doesn't even describe where I was. But I had this crazy idea that I could start a junk removal business. Everyone thought I was insane. You're gonna lose your benefits, no one's gonna call you, stay where it's safe. I ignored them and spent an entire year eating top ramen and oatmeal, saving every penny from that dead-end job, no Starbucks, no going out, just pure sacrifice. When I finally had $5,000 saved up, I found that beat up Tundra on Craigslist. The moment I handed over that cash, everything changed. That ugly truck generated my first $500 day, then my first $1,000 day, then $2,000. Now I regularly pull $3K, working just a few hours. I went from making $200 a day to buying my dream house, dream truck, and taking my boat out fishing whenever I want. Good for you, Matthew. Keep killing it, dude. This is a good story. But here's the thing that most people miss. It wasn't the truck that changed my life. It was the decision to bet on myself when everyone else counted me out. The truck was just the vehicle, pun intended. Dude, Poppy's fucking funny. This is goated. Most people wait for the perfect moment, perfect truck, perfect logo, perfect website, perfect everything. I started with an ugly truck, a logo I made on my iPhone, and a website my wife built watching YouTube tutorials. Perfect is the enemy of done, and done is what makes money. If an ex-homeless high school felon dropout can build a multi-six-figure business empire starting with a $5,000 pickup truck, what's your excuse? The only difference between where you are now and where you want to be is the decision to start. I'm opening up 10 spots for my coaching program this week for people who are ready to stop making excuses and start making money. This isn't for tire kickers or people looking for get-rich-quick schemes. This is for hustlers who want to build a real business that gives them freedom, blah, 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 CTA. That was fucking good. I'm like honestly surprised right now how good that was, but it's because good framework, a lot of content about Matthew, and then a decent prompt that just steered it in the right direction, and boom, that is an email. People are getting paid, like me, tens of thousands of dollars a month to write consistent emails like that. Obviously there's more that goes into it, but like you can use this exact same process for writing a VSL. Basically what you'd be able to do, if you're in Artisan Lab, my coaching program, you could take my VSL framework, plug it into Poppy, and go through this exact same process. If you're not in Artisan Lab, you can still just go to YouTube, find somebody else's VSL framework, put it on Poppy, put all of your client or your potential client's information on there, and then give it some guidelines for writing that VSL, and it'll spit out a really fucking good VSL. You could even do the same thing with a sales call. You could go find a YouTube video of somebody taking a mock sales call. You could put that in Poppy and say, build a framework for my sales team based on this sales call, and then you can plug in your offer and do the same thing. Like, it's quite literally insane, and I did not have this when I started, and that's why I'm so bullish on it. So I hope this is really opening your eyes to the capability of AI. Like, obviously, some emails aren't gonna be perfect, some of the copy isn't gonna be perfect, you're gonna have to go in and manually change some things. I'd probably wanna condense this email a bit if I was actually gonna send it to the list, but like, this is 80–90% of the way there. So it's not that AI is gonna take your job or do all of the work for you, but if you know how to use it and you can use it correctly, it can just make you wildly more efficient. And it makes getting clients easier as well. Like, you can use it to help you find the niche, you can use it to make this sample work. Like, if I reached out to this guy and I said, hey, I wrote you 10 emails that you could send to your list tomorrow, or hey, I wrote you a mock VSL, which he doesn't know it took 5 minutes for you on Poppy and ChatGPT, but that's also okay. Like, I see some people talk about like, oh, your client won't even know you're using AI. I think you'd be a fucking idiot to pretend like you're not using AI. Like, I would never hire anybody inside of my business who doesn't know how to utilize AI, because I'm like, are you incompetent? Are you a child? Like, there is this all-knowing robot and you're not using it. So this is just one of many use cases for it. And I haven't talked about AI a lot on this channel just because I know there are people who are way smarter with it than I am, but I've gotten a lot of value from it and I figured this would help some of you out. So if you like this one and you want to hear me talk more about AI, leave a comment for me and then subscribe to my newsletter. I talk more about it there as well. And I'm just gonna keep it real with you again. Like, I used to hear about AI and it kind of frightened me. Like, I was like, oh, that's just a lot to learn. And maybe you even watched this video and you're like, oh, you did so much. But in reality, all this stuff is quite simple. And there's so many different businesses that you can be building using AI right now. But in my opinion, it makes the most sense to go where the money is. Like, all of the money is in coaching businesses. Everybody's talking about start a personal brand, start a coaching business, and these types of businesses scale really fast and really lean. So why not be the AI operator, AI marketer for these types of businesses instead of using AI to work with fucking plumbers or real estate agents or like some other boring industry. Like that shit kind of sucks. I ran an SMMA back in the day and that was not fun. And running my info agency has been a lot better, and AI has helped me out a lot. So again, hope you like this one. Links in the description if you want to get coaching directly from me. We got crazy case studies, crazy testimonials. Like you can scroll through that page and just see a bunch of people making a bunch of money. And if you're a winner and you're disciplined and you're willing to work hard and learn what you need to learn to build a successful business, then we'd love to have you inside. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment, share this with your grandma. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.